Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there out of the running game.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw with Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
At the Saints' 25-yard line.
Now Franks. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think that teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. These two teams all tied after 1. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Toss left side for Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
To throw, it's Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd and 12, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't
but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On third down, Ryan. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. He'll buy some time right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they'll run again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Working from the gun, Lance. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. Flushed out right. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On first down, right back to ETN. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Returnable here for Davis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to go up top again. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side with ETN. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. And Lance now to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. From the gun, it's Lance. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go play action with Ryan. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 44-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Rip left. Out. Hey, alert three.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Teron Armstead, Pro Bowl tackle, called for the penalty there. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. They're probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Ryan. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. It's a big play there for Atlanta. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there on the option. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Lance going to keep it on the option. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Etienne, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Lance on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up
The Saints on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And Lance going to throw. He'll get that underneath ETN. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A give, it's ETN off the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Travis Etienne with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Koo now for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game.
makes the score Falcons 29. Saints 20.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big-time play there for New Orleans. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Lance. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a give, right side. It's Patterson, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Patterson on the carry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Franks will throw for it on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was, and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead...